Well, folks, once again, we're here playing Marvel Heroes 2015 edition. This is your host, ID Jester, and we are playing as Hawkeye. And once again, we've got a level 59 character that is almost up to level 60. So we're going to cover what he does and what his items are, power, show you some gameplay, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So first of all, his items. We got a couple. Everything's pretty much unique across the board. We got our legendary pot of gold. We have some relics of the Myria. A couple artifacts. Nothing too great, although I did find this Rapture Stone, which is giving him attack speed and summon ally damage. And I also have this here, which gives, we blessed a while back, a long time ago. It's giving ally damage. And you think that'd be a little weird for Hawkeye, but actually he's got quite a few things going on with being summoned allies. Well, first of all, his little glasses there, you can see he has a 3% chance to, when you're being attacked, to call the other Hawkeye, either Kate Bishop or Clint Barton, to fight for you for 30 seconds. So there's one guy that we can get to come help us. We also have in our Girdle of Frost Giant Strength a 5% chance to, when we hit, to summon a Frost Giant for 30 seconds. So we have a second creature we can summon to our aid, obviously. And we also have, obviously, the Raptor Stone, which will let us summon a Raptor as well. And also a Doom Drone to fight by us. And of course, this is also giving us some summon allied. So with all these bonuses and stuff, for summon ally damage is 86.2%. Our summon ally health is only 17. I was really kind of focusing on getting the damage because a lot of these are going to be gone within 30 seconds. Yeah, both of these guys are 30 seconds. So it doesn't really matter how much health they have. And in fact, if we go into our powers, we go to the Omega system here. Well, let's see, where is it? So the first thing we did was we cranked up our spirit here. Put all of our points in spirit. And then, after that, we started putting points into summoned ally health. And a summoned ally damage. Put a point into this power, so when we hit, our allies get an additional 1% damage, critical hit rating. A brutal strike for 5 seconds. And a couple points in this, which would give us even more summon ally damage, and some brutal strike rating, and some critical hit rating. So, speaking of powers, so that's what we did with our points. We got 24 points left. I don't think, yeah, pretty much gonna have to wait on that. As far as powers goes, he is one of the level 52 characters, so he's pretty much standardized, where you get your signature power at level 30, you get your ultimate power at level 52. So what do I think about Hawkeye here? Well, he's kind of a one-trick pony, or a couple trick ponies actually. His signature power is really, really good. It's probably one of his saving graces, is that he's got a really good signature power, because the rest of his powers are just kind of nothing. What are you doing there, Spider-Man? Relax. Take a chill pill for a second. None of his other powers really do much. So you can do this electric arrow, you can do a nerve gas arrow, you can do an explosive arrow, you can do a freeze arrow, and you can start spreading your points between all these different ones. But why? I mean, if you're going to shoot an electric arrow, shoot an electric arrow. If you're going to shoot a nerve gas arrow, you don't need both. You're only going to be shooting one of them. You only got so much spirit. We do have 572 spirit, and we've been cranking through the spirit because our basic power, we actually are using a basic power here. It only does between 8 and 12,000, which isn't that great. It does have some pretty good critical damage rating for it, and it's pretty fast, I guess. It's not too bad. But it's, you know, it's again, well, do you put points into just this basic ranged attack, or do you put it into something else? I thought about maybe doing the triple arrow, putting all the points into triple arrow and seeing, but haven't really investigated that yet. He's only got a couple passive powers. Here's one, the precision aim power, and world's greatest archer, and I think there might be one more. He's kind of just few, like his big boy powers here are pretty good. 3-round burst, which basically does 40% extra damage to elites and bosses. You shoot out 3 arrows, boom, 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 really fast. Does take obviously some spirit, but you can do some pretty serious damage to bosses and elites, and kind of use this power just to fighting elites and bosses. The flash bomb, tried it out. It's not as great as it seems. You go to stealth, and then your next attack gets this bonus there, which is nice. Plus 995 for your next attack damage rating, which is, you know, you're gonna get your next shot's gonna do pretty good damage, but you know, it's like, really, you couldn't have like gave that like a 5-second duration or something. I don't know. It's way up the chain. It seems like a waste to put points in that, because I can, you know, if I'm going to get 995 points damage rating, okay, you can see that if I put another point in this, it well, that was kind of a bad example. Let's look at maybe well, let's see, what's a good example? Maybe I don't have a really good example, but you can see that if I just put another point into this, it's going to go by 200 damage rating. So I put a couple points into this, and, you know, I don't have to put points into this, and that way I'm going to get just as much damage rating out of it. As I mentioned, he's got a really nice claymore. He just throws it out, has a big area effect, does lots of damage. And then his third big power here is a medical arrow, which is really good. I've been using this in X defense actually quite a bit, and it seems to really help. You just flop it up, it gives everybody a better defensive rating and extra health, and then restores 200 health per second. So really good when you're going to kind of be stationary fighting a bunch of enemies, to be able to just, you know, put your defensive shield up and not have to worry about spamming your potions or your health potions when you're fighting bosses or anything like that. So yeah, like I mentioned, he's kind of like a two-trick pony. You know, you only have so much spirit, even though I cranked through the spirit in the Omega system just about as much as I could. In fact, same thing with the hero synergies. I didn't even really min-max these as much as I probably should have. But, you know, you can put points into different kinds of attacks, but it's like, how many, you know, freeze arrows and fire arrows? Okay, so do I really want to have all these different kind of arrow attacks, or would I rather just focus in on a couple of the big boy powers? And he's got enough big boy powers that it's, you know, fills up the chain just about. You see, I have one slot left that I could probably put some points into. I used to have this in here, but I don't really use that much anymore. So sometimes if I don't have this power in there, it's just easier to see the med kits. You have rocket arrows. You have the twin prime arrows, which will restore both health and spirit, which are really nice, and they're a basic attack. So you can spam these out pretty good. I was actually, I thought I had set up that originally, but maybe I'd spend a recon point. Oh, he does have another passive here, but that's for melee powers. The only melee power I use is this one right here, which is the Ronin Lunge. So let's take a look at his powers here. So there's his lunge. It does some damage, actually, if I go through people, 7,000 to 10,000, so pretty good, you know. Not horrible. It's not like I'm not doing damage. I'm going to do some kind of damage. See, I just moved right through that guy and killed him. But you see, it does take quite a bit of spirit. Our basic attack is just basically shooting, you know, a single arrow pretty quickly. And then we focused in on our electric arrow, which is really nice. So the electric arrow, the good thing with that is that it'll stun the enemies for a few seconds, and it'll go to multiple enemies. And once you've got it maxed out, you can see it does some pretty good damage. This is actually our guy there. You kind of just barely see the little silhouette underneath him, but Storm come riding through and destroyed everything for us. That was nice. So the little electric arrow does can target up to like 7 enemies at the same time, and does some pretty good damage. So that's good. And it stuns him. You can see him kind of just laying on the ground when I do that. If I get up to an elite or a boss, I'll use my 3-round burst, which we'll see if I can. Oh, let's go rescue this lady here.
I did that. That's my fault.
Oh, thank you. Well, we'll go fight the bosses here. Let's see if our ultimate power, which is another one of his saving graces, is really, really good. Here it is. Let's see if it's active. Here it goes. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Here, I'll put our little medical arrow up. Got a little aura around us now that regenerates our health. These are I might be here by myself, probably. No, there's level 64. Congratulations, Hawkeye. And I think looks like we got just what's his face? Cyclops is in here. Oh, we got a unique actually out of this. So that's pretty cool. Oh, let's look at his signature power, because like I mentioned, is really good. Does lots of good damage. Has a pretty cool little graphical effect too, so that's always a nice thing. Let's see if we can find a big old group of enemies here. Yeah, we want a bigger group. Big group. Big group. Alright, let's come out of here, guys. Alright, so here we go. Just toss it out there, and then it just... anything in that big area, you can see it just spins out a whole bunch of arrows. Does pretty good damage. It only lasts about 5-6 seconds, I would say. But in that time, it does some pretty good damage. So you kind of saw the little medical arrow. I call it the medical arrow. I'm sure it's not what it's called, but gives you basically anybody inside that, you and your allies are going to be given the boost, which is good. And you know, I can spam that out pretty much before it even finishes. So in case I'm, you know, oh, here's our 3-round burst. We'll use this on this Yahoo, Winston here. 3-round burst. You can see it does pretty good damage to the elites and bosses. If there's more than one boss, I'll use our electric arrow. But if I've just got one boss left, I'll use the 3-round burst. Depending on how much spirit. We go through a lot of spirit actually. And that's why when we look at our items here, I'll show you what we got for our items. Let's go back. We're away from the enemies for a moment. Alright, so we're using the Magneto Medallion. It gives us an 18% spirit cost reduction for powers, but of course we lose 1% of our current health. We got a bunch of health bonuses going somewhere from something health regen. I guess it's not that even that big. But it was more important to get our spirit because these powers just suck through it like nobody's business. 10.8 and 11.8 spirit, plus you know you're using this one which is 15 and this one which is 22. So I mean, you know, a couple of these shots you're start running out of spirit really quickly. So I decided to go with the Magneto Medallion. It's worked out pretty good. The Raptor Stone and everything was definitely for the allies, and I don't think he does as much damage as a lot of the other heroes out there, but because of all the summon bonuses and stuff, the Frost Giant and the Kate Bishop that comes in and helps, they all really do some pretty good damage now, and so between them and our basic powers, he doesn't do a bad job. We got the insignia of Bullseye there, so we're going to get some brutal strike rating and some brutal strike damage. We have damage rating with range powers and a critical hit rating. And I think we got bosses right here, so we'll throw out our little thing there. Do a little effect on everybody and see how they like that. We're going to be running out of spirit any second here. Oh, we got him. Good thing we had some help.
So close.
Probably would have had to spam these powers a little bit faster and would have run into some problems here. Oh, yay, another Guardian Battle Suit. That's like the fourth one of these I've got. Let's see what we got here. Need to keep this. That's nice. And of course,
what is it about redheads?
we were able to get him up from level 50 or 52, 50. I think it was level 50 when we started a few hours ago, but because of the chest of Odin's Bounty, we pretty much played the 3 hours here in Midtown where we got all these bonus chests, and I had like half my inventory of bonus chests, knowing that when we got up to level 56, 57, 58, 59, it starts going really slow, so I was spamming these out like 5 or 6 each level just to give us a little head start in the level, and definitely helped. Definitely helped. So we'll throw out our little signature power. I don't have to do anything. It'll do its own. I'm not even going to do anything. You'll watch it just go to town. It does a really good job of just taking every enemy in that area out. Problem is, it's got a long recharge, of course.
That'll leave a mark.
I think there's about 40 others. Kate Bishop coming to help us there. That's nice. So you can see with their help and our Spider-Man here, we'll have a pretty easy time of moving around. We don't do, like I said, a huge amount of damage ourselves. But we have a few powers. The turrets, our signature power, which is, you saw that when we did that against the bosses, it's a huge area. And it does, how much damage does it do? It does 54,000 twice per second for 20 seconds. So that's 100,000 twice per second for 20 seconds. So it's like, I don't know, 200,000? 100,000... Add 20, yeah, I don't know, 20,000? Whatever. It does a lot of damage. It does enough that the bosses go about halfway down on health, or maybe even more. I've seen it when I've been playing, and I never realized which character used that power. I always thought it was somebody else, but it was Hawkeye. Like I said, there's only a... He's just kind of a, like I mentioned, like one trick pony, basically, a couple trick pony. He's only got a couple good powers. Nothing really out of the ordinary or any kind of. It's very easy to play. You just stand in the back, throw up your little protective aura. Just starts hopefully hitting your targets in the protection of your little bubble. And if you get into trouble, you throw out your little claymore there, and just tears everybody up. Gives you a break, and you can go around and collect all your little bubbles. And of course, because we've got some nice Dr. Octopus, what are you doing out here, buddy? I didn't know you were out here. Okay, well, I guess we're fighting Dr. Octopus here. Actually, we're fighting 2 of them. I didn't even know that. Okay, well. Okay, I gotta concentrate on what I'm doing now and stop messing around here. Right now, we're just using the triple shot on Dr. Octopus. We'll throw in a little medical thing here for our allies. You see her spirit's way down now. We'll be running out of spirit here any second. Oh, fortunately, we got one more here.
Next time, stick to fighting heroes in your own league. You ain't heard the last of this.
We got him, just barely, but we got him. Just enough spirit left, and I've been doing just about everything I can to give us more spirit. You can see, especially when we use this lunge, we run out of spirit really quickly. Yeah, everything I've been doing has been, you know, the core we're using is giving us extra spirit. We put spirit in our Omega points. What else is giving us spirit here? What are these? Yeah, there's 109 spirit regen, plus 49 spirit. So I was really trying to get a lot of spirit so I could spam out these powers: the electric arrow, the 3-round burst, the signature claymore turret, and occasionally a wave of arrows. The reason I have the wave of arrows is because of this item here, which actually gives us a cost reduction on it and 6 ranks in it. So we haven't even really showed you that one. That one basically just sends out a fan of arrows in front of you, kind of like Black Panther's when he throws out his little his daggers. It's the same thing, but we got arrows.
I'm on a roll.
And, you know, it kind of fans out if you got a whole bunch of enemies. I don't like it as much as I like the electric arrow. Here's a 3-round burst on this guy to get rid of him. There we go. Oh, God. So, yeah, let's look at a couple things here.
Hawkeye,
So it's Saturday after
experiments?
Thanksgiving. And so the bonus today was if you logged in, you were given this remote control Blackbird pet for free. So we've got the remote control Blackbird pet. We're probably going to assign that to our next hero that we start playing, probably from level 1. That way it can progress this with our new hero. And if we look, we don't have too many heroes left to go, folks. We're running out of heroes to get. We got Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Invisible Woman, Luke Cage, Moon Knight, Nightcrawler, and Rogue. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we only have 7 heroes to go. So I'm thinking probably Invisible Woman will be the next hero I pick up. He's a 600. He's a 600. Rogue's a 600. Eternity Splitter. When I say 600, I mean how many Eternity Splitters it's going to cost us. 600, 600, Deadpool's 600, Invisible Woman is 400, Moon Knight's 400, Luke Cage is 400, and Nightcrawler's 400. So it'll be probably one of these 4. And right now I'm kind of leaning towards Invisible Woman with the Blackbird
My genius goes way beyond
pet
just
would be
shrinking things.
kind of cool. So we'll see how that goes. We also have a couple cosmic dupes we picked up for the Cosmic World Stone event, and we've got 562 more of them to spend. I think the next item is really 750 we need to get to, so hopefully we'll keep working on that. And you know, we could do a few of these minor things here. I got them up to level 60. There we go.
Hawkeye, will you please stop touching my experiments?
Yes. So that is Hawkeye. Ring, level 51, range power, damage, critical damage, defense, and brutal damage rating. We already looked at his insignia, costume. Yeah, that's defense way down. Only 6,924. I think that's pretty low actually, compared to a lot of the other characters. I don't know if that's just because of the items, or I haven't upgraded them yet. We got a 50, a 50, a 40, a 48, and a 50. I never upgraded this because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it, but I do like the Frost Giant. But then just like literally level 59 somewhere along the line, I got this Hulkbuster arrow, which would fit in there. And you can see it's going to give us 3 ranks in all of our archery powers and 5 ranks in all of our combat skills powers. Range attacks deal more damage the closer you are to the target. After you dodge, you gain some critical hit rating, some critical damage rating, some dodge rating, a bunch of defense. So, I don't know. Trying to debate if I want to keep the Frost Giant or if I want to go with this item here. Just haven't decided. Anyways, folks, that is Hawkeye level 60 hero, Marvel Heroes. Kind of an overview of what we've been doing with them, and just kind of, oh, we got 10 points to spend. Look at that. Might as well spend them. A couple points in that. The electric arrow we use a lot. We use this a lot. And keep our basic one cranked up as well. There we go. So, yep, so there is Hawkeye, level 60. He's probably not my favorite character, that's for sure. He's okay. I would probably rank him about a 5 out of 10, I would think. Just because he's got some powers that keep him in the game. These 2 powers right here, and you know, choosing any one of these powers, whether you choose explosive arrow, or freeze arrow, or electric arrow, or any one of them, just choose one of them and focus in and just keep that maxed out, and you do a good job of being able to keep up with things. He doesn't get around the battlefield very well. It takes him a lot of, he doesn't fly like a lot of the characters. He doesn't have any kind of special cool ability to get, you know, he's got a couple melee powers, so yeah, why? I don't understand. He's a ranged character. Why have melee powers? But anyways, he doesn't get around the battlefield very quickly. The only thing he's got is his lunge power. Does some damage, but it sucks through the mana so quick because he doesn't even lunge that far. I mean, you know, 30 feet maybe? Let's see. Let's start in front of that car and see where we end up. And we ended up about here. So cars are like 10 feet long, but yeah, about 15 feet he lunges. So, I mean, you can see if I wanted to get around the battlefield, you know, it could take quite some time to get, and of course, while we're doing that, you know, all of our spirits getting drained by the time we get back to, oh, looks like we're gonna have one more fight here. Let's see if we got that signature power ready. Let's see here. We'll throw out our little thing there first. There we go. Now, get everybody together. Hello, everyone. Yes, it is ready. Look at that. Awesome. Yeah, curse is going down quickly, and it's a beautiful graphic effect on it. Take him out. We'll use a single. There we go. Single. Never had that easy time with these two. These guys are usually one of the hardest groups to fight. We are doing a number on them right now. We're gonna run out of spirit really quickly. I'm gonna run out of spirit, or is he's gonna die first? Okay, good. Putting down the wire there now. And killed that guy off. So there's some more Hawkeye action, and you get to see his ultimate power twice in one session, because I like to take care of my fans out there. So thanks for watching, folks. We will see you all next time here in Marvel Heroes.